As HMS Kent sailed into dock at the naval base in Portsmouth, family and friends lined the jetty to welcome the ship's company back after 7 long months at sea.
It feels brilliant being back home after 7 months. You can't really describe how it feels to see your family up on the jetty. Haven't seen it for 7 months, so it's quite a shock to the system, but it's also a fantastic feeling as well.
And must be good to have him back.
Definitely, yeah. No, I've missed him.
I came back halfway through the deployment for the birth, only for a couple of weeks, and then I flew back out. But she was premature, so she was tiny.
Yeah, really tiny.
She's only 4 pounds 12, so
Yeah.
she's a lump now.
Yeah, she looks beautiful. It must be wonderful to have him home.
Unexplainable, really. It's been a really tough few months while he's been away with her. Yeah, but yeah, amazing.
Oh, you eat my ones.
Stop
You
chewing.
eat my lanyard.
During her deployment, HMS Kent became the first major Royal Navy warship to be invited to visit Libya in over 40 years.
Tripoli was an experience, seeing what it was like. I'm the manager of the football team. We got to get off and have a game against the Libyan nationals. We had the Libyan news crew there as well. Yeah. So it was like a football pitch in the middle of rubble, where it was just war-torn, like the city itself.
HMS Kent has sailed more than 39,000 miles on security and counter-piracy patrols. That distance reflects the diversity of her deployment and the different nations she's worked with. But with increasing international concern about potential threats to freedom of movement at sea, there's been a focus on maritime choke points.
Yemen and Djibouti are around what are known as strategic choke points, narrow areas of water that the world's commerce and maritime trade has to go through. In that case, the Bab el-Mandeb at the bottom of the Red Sea. As I'm sure everybody knows, there's been a lot of piracy around there and crime in the maritime area, so those nations are really on the forefront of making sure they contribute and secure the trade heading around the world within their own areas of interest.
After a busy tour, coming home to Portsmouth is a huge relief for the ship's company and their families. Rosie Laydon, Forces News, Portsmouth.